good morning and welcome to Cityline. We are live every Thursday morning, and this morning is September 7th. We all went, where did that come from? However, in spite of time picking up speed, we have a phenomenal hour for you. Later on, we'll be talking with the Tacoma Refugee Choir. Gadine and Aaron are here to talk about what they have been up to. And let me tell you, it's good trouble. And then, of course, Carol Milgard Breast Center is here because we are coming up on the National Breast Center or Breast Awareness Month. Duke Paulson will be here to talk about the Tacoma Rescue Mission. And I'm laughing because our pet of the week is in the studio. Lauren, you have somebody who just wants a hug and some love. Tell us who needs a forever home.
This is Sage. He loves to give hugs. If he would sit down for half a second, you would see that he has kind of funky front legs.
Okay.
He was born that way and he gets around just fine, but it does mean he likes to lean on you and give little hugs every now and then.
Oh, well, I happened to see in the hallway, one of our team members, Joya, was getting pictures, and Sage jumped up and licked Joya's face, and it was just like, I love you forever, take me home.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
hi there, aren't you beautiful?
Hi. See, and
I love
little
that.
hug.
So tell us, right now at the Humane Society, you have an amazing project, including, it's about local beer. Tell us about this.
Yes, we've teamed up with E9 Brewing Co., and you can submit a photo of your own pet to be featured on a limited release brew label. So we have that going on now through September 25th, and you can check that out on our website, along with more info about Sage at thehumanesociety.org.
I love that. Sage, I mean this with all the love in my heart. I don't want to see you again. Exactly.
I have a feeling he'll be finding a great home soon.
Oh, I think so too. Thank you so much, my dear, for bringing our pet of the week in. With me now is someone who I just adore. I don't get to spend enough time in coffee shops with this woman. And, I'm just waiting until we both retire. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Kimberly Keith, who is our beloved executive director for Hilltop Artists. Welcome back, my dear.
Thank you so much for having me. It's always a pleasure.
It's great. And we have new glass in the studio. Cheryl went, and I don't know how she picks these out, because if I had to pick anything else, the whole studio, even the couch, would be full of glass. You'd have to work around it.
Excellent.
So tell us, what is Hilltop Artists and what do they do?
Hilltop Artists is a youth development organization that works with young people 12 to 26 years old in making glass. And so the making is the center of what we do, but really we're working with people and teaching creative thinking, critical thinking. We're teaching how to work as a team, learning different types of communication, because you can't blow glass by yourself. No. You need at least one other person, but usually 3 other people. So working in teams of 4, and students learn, how to get along, how to do the dance of glass making. They learn resiliency, because you can't just make something like that bowl the first time you try. That's a really sophisticated object that a student would probably be in our program for at least 3 years before they did like a stripey bowl where the stripes are parallel.
That's good to know, because from a just naive point of view, which is what I bring to it with lots of appreciation, I would have never known that took 3 years. But when I think about what the pieces of Hilltop that I have glass in my house, now I know, that wasn't a first time out thing.
No, not at all.
Wow.
No, you learn how to gather out of the furnace, so you get a little blob of glass on the end of a blowpipe, and then you learn to shape that. And so your first thing might be a paperweight.
Okay.
And then you might spend like your first 3 weeks in the class, if you're doing a daytime class, to get a nice paperweight. And then you do a snowman shape. And you start with the sculpting things, and then you add the breath later.
Oh, so, I love that.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful phrase for teaching. Then you add the breath later. When I have watched the students in the hot shop, I am amazed at the choreography, and I use that term in terms of the spiritual and the mental and the physical that these 4 people minimum have to have between all of them. And yet when I take a second look, ages 12 to 26, I know I'm going to be on the end of 60 here really soon. I'm not sure if I can still do that with people I don't know. What an incredible gift beyond what we see is given there.
It is. It's really incredible. And like the 12-year-olds, it's mostly like the 12 to 15-year-old group.
Yes.
And then the 16 to 20s. And, you know, they mostly work in groups that are, they're not only their age relevance, but their skill relevance,
There we
right?
go.
It's like if you've been doing this for 6 years, yeah, it's dialed in. And
Exactly.
you want to work with people that have been there as long as you. And you can work faster, you can do more experimentation, stuff like that.
All of that.
But we do have a lot of older students who mentor the younger students. And I feel very fortunate that at the moment, all of my teaching artists are alumni of our program.
Has that ever happened? Or how often does that happen that you get alumni back like this?
It happens relatively, frequently.
Okay.
And I have some, like Tony and Jessica,
Yes.
that have been there 16, 17 years.
Oh my gosh.
Our program director and our instructor over at Silas High School, Tony, I met for the first time when he was a teenager. He was an intern at the Museum of Glass back in 2002 when I worked at Museum of Glass. And so I've been able to, watch him grow up, so to speak. And
It's a family.
yeah,
It is.
and it's incredible.
That family becomes very apparent with an upcoming event that you have. Tell us about this.
Yes, we have our annual Better Futures Luncheon coming up on October 10th. So that's our annual fundraiser. And this is the first year that we will be having a theme, and it is Hilltop Artists Pride. And so we will really be focusing on our LGBTQIA youth. And we are going to have Lisa Keating as
we
our
just-
keynote.
Take a moment, because Lisa Keating is everything.
She's
She
amazing.
is.
She really is. As the founder of My Purple Umbrella,
Yes.
she is just making a difference in the world for so many trans and non-binary youth in our community.
And their parents.
And their
And
parents.
their families that come with them. She's
Yeah.
it.
And she's on our school board, so she's helping all the youth of Tacoma. And so we are so happy that she agreed to be our keynote. And of course, we're looking forward to you being our MC.
I am your MC, and I'm so honored that I get to stand up there and be just a vessel for all of the glass goodness that goes on year round, because there's a lot to celebrate.
There really is a lot to celebrate when you think about we work with 650 kids a year. All of our programs are tuition free. Our production programs, where our students make these lovely objects that we have here,
Yes.
all of the students earn a scholarship for making the things that we sell. Then we sell the things, and then that money goes to pay the scholarships. And so it's very much a virtuous circle of vocational education.
Yes.
Of what we do. And so that's super exciting. And then our teaching artists are all mentors, and they're all trained in social and emotional learning techniques, YPQI, and so youth program quality improvement techniques. We've been through that program. And so it's not just teachers and alumni, it's like really exceptional people on staff working with young people.
And that's what makes Hilltop Artists so special, is that you can take someone like myself, for example. I can walk in, and within the end of the year, I could be great at beading, because I'm looking at your earrings and your necklace.
Aren't they beautiful?
Gorgeous. And have someone the whole year who knows more than me, but understands how I learn and that I am a 13-year-old.
Yep.
And that's all we need to say.
Oh, it's incredible. And having instructors that have been through the program, they know what that experience was like that first time they came into the classroom. And then when they were learning what their specialism was going to be, you know, because once again, these beads, this is like years of practice and experience. These are made out of borosilicate glass, so whole other thing.
Gorgeous.
And yeah.
So besides the luncheon, which is huge, and we want everybody to attend, we've been putting the website below your beautiful face so they can go there and get tickets. There are other things. I mean, to me, the luncheon is the kickoff of the whole year. So what happens after the luncheon?
Well, almost immediately after the luncheon, the Saturday, the 14th after the luncheon, that is our open studio day as part of Tacoma Arts Month. And so the open studio tours are that weekend, the 14th and the 15th. We'll be open Saturday the 14th from 10 to 4.
Nice.
And so you can drop by our hot shop at Hilltop Heritage Middle School and see our students making artwork. And it's really fun because a lot of people, you know, they don't know that this little building behind Hilltop Heritage has this incredible hot shop. And you see these 12-year-olds out there and your minds are just blown.
Yes, they are absolutely blown at the poise and the courage of these young children. And you look at what they exhibit and you think, you have a life that's taught you that. And how grateful are we that we get to shape, mold, and soften that skill through glass. And then, of course, you always have your annual glass sale.
Yes, we have an annual winter glass sale, and so that's the first Saturday in December. And the day before that, if you are someone who has donated $250 or more to Hilltop Artists in the previous year, you can come to the VIP event.
Ooh, there you go.
And so you get first dibs and crack at the snow people, the ornaments, and all the things that we have. And then we have our spring sale. It's the first Saturday in May. And then we also have a program where we have resident artists come for a week and work with our students. And then the Friday night of that week, we have Hot Night in the Hot Shop.
Love
and
that.
So November 3rd will be Joe Fedderson and Will Passmore in the Hot Shop from 5 to 8.
Okay, don't give me any more. Let's keep it a mystery.
Okay.
They'll go to the website and get more information. And I want to say thank you for being here today. You are amazing. And I cannot wait to see you at the luncheon. And also, I'm so glad you're back in town for just a little bit. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. When we come back, Tacoma Rescue Mission will be in the house. You don't want to miss that. We'll be right back after this quick break.